Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. KPIX 5 anchor Veronica de la Cruz chose to turn a tragedy in her family into hope for other families. And here to discuss her organization, the Eric de la Cruz Hope for Hearts Foundation, are Veronica and 99.7's Shan. Thanks, ladies, for coming to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's always good to see you. I never
know,
get to
it's
see
so
you.
Early in the morning. Like, what am I doing here?
What do you do? What do you do? I know usually you're working at night, but thanks for coming in so early. So tell us about this organization. It really is personal to you.
No, it really is personal. So my brother passed away of severe dilated cardiomyopathy about 5, 6, 7 years ago, and he was a college kid who was diagnosed with this illness. He was about 21, and we didn't think it would progress to the point where he would need a heart transplant, but he did. And he was in the state of Nevada, and he had very minimal health insurance. So there wasn't a transplant facility in the state of Nevada. He had to go to California or Utah. And then we found out that when we crossed state lines, we lost his insurance because it wasn't portable. So here we are in the state of California, and we can't get him into a hospital, and we're thinking, oh my goodness, what are we going to do now? At the time I was working at CNN. I had just started using social media. I was like one of the first journalists to use Twitter on the air in 2007. So at that point I really saw the power of the internet, how to harness social media and connect people. So I started sharing my brother's plight online, and much to my amazement, people started retweeting me, and they started wanting to help. So it really was the kindness of strangers coming together to help my brother. And at the time, some celebrities took notice, and one of them was Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails. And he contacted me and said, I can't believe this is happening to your brother. He can't get into a hospital because, he's uninsured without insurance. He's uninsurable because he has a pre-existing condition, which at the time I was thinking, what is a pre-existing, wait, insurance companies can deny you coverage because of a pre-existing condition? I was so perplexed. So he wanted to raise money, and he did so, at a very, very fast clip. He raised $600,000 in a couple of weeks. We took that back to the hospital, and we said, look, we're raising money really quickly. I know we're going to need $1 million for this transplant. And they said, that's great, keep fundraising, but now you're going to need a supplemental insurance policy to prove that he can pay for the anti-rejection drugs even after transplant. Gosh. So I go back to square one, call all the insurance companies, and nobody wants to sell us a policy because he has a pre-existing condition. So it took us years to get him into a hospital. And in the end, Trent's agent was best friends with Pete Carroll from USC football, and he walked us into USC Medical Center and said, these are my family friends. And by the time we got there, the doctor said, look, you're 2 years too late. This boy is so sick, and we'll do everything we can. So I was with him for the next 6 to 8 months, and in that time I promised him, I said, this will never happen again, and I will do whatever I can to make sure that it doesn't. And now I'm just making good on that promise.
Yeah, you started that foundation in his name.
I did. He passed away. I went to Washington. I shared his story with as many legislators as possible. And then I started the foundation, like you said, and we've worked with 6 or 7 patients now. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart. And I just lost my mother to heart disease as well. And red is
Heart
the
Health
color
Awareness
for
Month.
And that's why you two are in red.
Yes,
and you are
and you got the memo.
I didn't even know. I didn't get the memo, but I just happened to be. I mean, this is maroon,
You read our minds.
but yeah, I read your mind. So there is a fundraiser coming up, and Shan, you're co-hosting
that's where I come in because I'm bringing the party to the
Shan is the
and Shan knows how to party.
Yes, and so we're doing this February 25th at Equinox SF. Tickets are on sale right now at hopeforheartsfoundation.com. Tickets are
.org.
$75. They will go up to $100 after Valentine's Day, and we're going to have Speakeasy, our local brewery from SF, coming and pouring delicious beers. We have a lot of wine vendors coming in, raffle prizes, and of course, I'm bringing our 99.7 now DJ, St. John. You are so fierce. He's coming. He's going to be DJing the night away, and we have a lot of raffle prizes.
Yes,
I think we have a night in Big Sur.
There's a weekend in Big Sur. There's a weekend in Tahoe. We're going to have a masseuse on hand because this is supposed to be a mind, body, spirit type of event, and it all comes back to taking care of yourself. And of course, we are raising money for 2 pediatric heart patients. Braden McQuillan, who's a newborn, he is awaiting his donor heart, and there he is right there.
This is Braden right here.
And you know, people need to understand his parents are very young. He has quite an extensive family. They all want to come visit. They live in Redding, Chico, and we're trying to raise the money to put them all up in hotels, make sure that they have meals around the clock, because when you're a patient advocate, I mean, you really give up everything. They left their jobs in order to be with Braden, you know, 24 hours a day. And then Jasmine Winning is the other heart patient that we're working with, and they both suffer from hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means that the left side of their heart didn't fully develop. And Cigna is her health insurance carrier, and they're denying her a vaccine that she needs in order to make it to her next heart surgery. She's gonna have her third heart surgery. She's not even 3 yet. Wow. So these are the children that, you know, this is the reason why we're here. Yeah. And these are the children that we want to help. So any help that we can get, you know.
You heard it. Think of Braden and Jasmine if you're out there and you want to help. And thanks so much for coming on the show, sharing your story. And Shan, I know you're going to make it fun.
Yes, I will. Come through, you guys, February 25th.
All right. For more information and to donate to help Jasmine and Braden, just log on to hopeforheartsfoundation.org. Up next is an author and entrepreneur who turned a business collapse into success. We'll be right back.